My name is Patrick Verino, better known as Vels. One of my main products I'm into is the Latanye wine, which has been exposing itself so much. After doing my research, getting to know that wines are made from berries, I went to a lab in Canada and they told me what I am doing presently is known as home fruit wine. I started making brooms and I realized the plants start bearing seeds. And the seeds were so attractive, it's like you could not allow it to go to waste. But I had no idea what to do with it, but I just tell myself I must get to do something with these seeds. Then I saw the birds eating the seeds, they're rushing for it, so I decided to taste it. After tasting it, it may sound strange, but after tasting it, I then went to the Ministry of Agriculture and asked them whether the seeds are edible. They said they would do a research and then they came back to me and tell me, yes, the seeds are edible. I then went to the Bureau of Standard and I told them about it, and then they told me I would have to do a nutrition analysis. Then I had to send it to Trinidad. Got it tested. I brought the result back to the Bureau of Standard. The Bureau of Standard asked for a second opinion. I then took it to Canada. I love farming. I will go into farming, but I will divert my fruits in a different manner. Presently, all the different wines that I'm producing come from the fruits from my farm. I am trying to do away from using insecticide and pesticide. But you find sometimes it's a bit tough to handle, but you find the Latanye farm completely, there's no need to use any weedicide in the Latanye farm because it outgrows the plants, the vines and the little plants. So all you do is just pass underneath and prune. So that whole field, 1.5 acre plus the Mobi, I have full control over, no pesticide or weedicide over it. You find the other tree crops. Now and then you may have to use a little to deal with the weed, which I'm planning one day that I will say no weedicide or pesticide is being used on my farm. Any fruit at all I can bring into a liquid state, I can make wine out of it. So I have Mobi, which is the back of a plant. Mobi seems to be well known in the Caribbean. Mobi helps to control your cholesterol. It's good for diabetes. So many things have been said about moringa. I decide, okay, since there's so much about it, let me go into the moringa wine. It's right now my second seller in all my products. My production process is being viewed and audited by the Bureau of Standard and the Ministry of Health every 6 months. I'm aware that stainless steel is the best, but I'm also aware that plastic containers are also being used because even visiting a winery in Canada, these people were using plastic. I have some of my products in the different shops in the valley. I have in Castries at Made in St. Lucia. There's a shop at Point Seraphine. Island Pharmacy, which used to be Sink's drugstore. Right now, there are different people with bars that are purchasing wholesale from me and they sell out the product. The Latanye farm, I'm turning it into a visiting site. So, coming to the farm, tasting the fruits, sampling the wine, I see that as one compiled program where the product will be selling itself through the farm.
This message is brought to you by the Commonwealth Standards Network.